Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, boys and girls. Today we are celebrating Peter Freestone's birthday. And Peter, please tell us whenever you remember about presents from Freddie that he gave you on your birthdays. What is the present that stands out the most for you? And what is the present from Freddie that you remember first of all?
The first thing I got from Freddie, I had only started work in, the tour was in November in 1979. So I only knew Freddie for about a month, maybe 6 weeks. And at the end of the tour, before the Boxing Day show, he just gave me a packet and said, "Here, Happy Christmas, something for you, take home." And so I took it home and I opened it at Christmas. And it was a Cartier traveling clock. And I just couldn't believe what I was holding in my hand. He'd known me for 5 or 6 weeks, and yet I got this amazing Cartier traveling clock. It's a little alarm clock, oval, and it stands like a little frame, but it's only small, maybe 10 centimeters from top to bottom, and it's an oval. And I thought that was something. Then 2 weeks later, he asked me to go round to Stafford Terrace, and there was 4 or 5 people there, and then we were talking, and then he says, "Oh, and by the way, I know it's your birthday. Here, this is for you." And again, I opened it, and it was a Cartier watch. But it was one of these. It's an oblong, and it had stripes of gold. The white gold, the red gold, the yellow gold, white gold, red gold, yellow gold, and it was stripes all across the face of the watch. I mean, it was so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So again, it just sort of made me speechless, which for me is incredible, for me to not talk.
Yes.
But this is what happened. So, to actually receive things that people have thought about you, that is what's so important. That really is what is so important, that the thoughts that has been put behind it.
The person took some time to think about what would impress you. And
because the thing is, he said to me when he gave me the watch, he says, I've seen you've got that Swatch watch, but no, you need a proper one. Swatch was, those were the sort of, it was a make, but it had sort of rubber band. It was red, green, and yellow. Red rubber, green rubber, and yellow rubber, and the watch was in the middle and everything. It was cheap, but it worked. It told me the time. This is before mobile phones took over. Because now I don't wear a watch because I have a phone.
Yes. No, I also think that in Freddie's mind it was a little bit like he thinks like, okay, if I'm the queen and if I'm getting the best, then all those who are part of my life, they also have to have the best.
Yes, and that's what he used to do. And again, though, these were specific Christmas and birthday presents, but And this is what we always used to do for him. If he saw something that he thought someone would like, he would buy it and just give it to them. And that's what we used to do for him when, you know, when we were in Garden Lodge. If we were walking down the road and we looked in a shop window and we saw something Japanese, or we saw something that he, you know, that we knew he would appreciate, then we just went and just bought it and just gave him a present. You know, and to see his face when he got present, you know, Freddie's greatest joy in life was getting things, buying things, and giving people presents, just to watch their faces. You know, just to see the happiness and the pleasure on their face. So for us, it was also the same, to see him opening something like a little kid, like a little child. He would open the bag to see what was inside, and just to see his face when he saw what was there, because he knew that there was the thought behind it. He always said he hated people asking him or saying to him, well, look, I have no idea what to buy you. You've got everything. You can buy anything you want. And he said, all these people have got to do is put a little thought into it and buy me something that they know I will like.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. If it costs €1 or 100,000 euros, it doesn't matter. If I can look at it and I can see where the thoughts came in, then it means the world.
And I think that this would be a perfect way to conclude our talk today for your birthday. In your words, how do you describe and speak about love? What the feeling of love is for you in your words, as you see it?
What is love? Whew, that is hard.
In your story, in your lifetime, you are lucky to have seen a lot of situations and stories connected with love, and
yeah,
as you say, as you think, is love is something that definitely exists like itself, or is it usually that people maybe sort of make up?
Love is very, very fluid, because it can take so many forms. I actually wrote in some lyrics that love is not a quantity, it's a quality. Because you do not have 100% of love.
Yes.
Because you have a never-ending supply of love. You know, you could be in love with someone, but it doesn't mean you've given them all the love. You've given them all the love that you have, but you can always find more when you make other friends. Because love covers a multitude of situations. You have with families, you have with partners, relationships, you have with friends. It's all a form of love.
Yes.
You know, it's not just this one thing that you reserve for one person. It's this amazing emotion that can make you laugh, that can make you cry, that can make your heart burst.
Yes. All right, Peter, so have a great evening, and it was wonderful to talk to you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.